Welcome to SolidCAM Professor. I'm Sydney, your SolidCAM Professor, with one of many videos available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. In this series of recordings, we'll be learning everything there is to be known about tool tables. We'll first get acquainted with our tool table to understand the exact tool table. We'll go through the submenus on tool tables and customization of tool tables. We'll go through creating tools, creating holders and shape tools, how to set the coolant, importing and exporting tools, of course using the tool tables, and we'll also discuss changing tool data. In this particular section, we'll first get familiar with the tool table itself by understanding the tool table. We'll start by opening up a tool table that I already have inside a part, and to do so, I'll just go over to my SolidCAM Manager and double click on Tool. By doing so, I actually open up the tool table that has already been created inside this SolidCAM project. Next, we'll go through each one of these buttons just to give a quick overview of what they actually mean. First, we'll start off by the list of tools. First of all, as you can see, we have here the list of tools. Next to the list of tools, we actually have the actual tool that has been chosen at that moment, showing the actual parameters of that particular tool. The first window shown over here on top shows all tools, whether the tool is being used by a specific operation or the tools are not being used by a specific operation, or if a tool is suppressed. All the tools are being shown in this particular tool table right now. Now you'll also note that there are some tools that are in blue and others that are in black. The ones that are in blue are the tools that are being used at this moment in this particular project. Next, we have the option of showing tool used in the operation. Show me only the tools that are being used in this particular project, in the operations themselves. Next, we have unused tool. Show me all the unused tools that I have in this particular tool table that are not being used inside this project. Our next one in this series is tool used in suppressed operations. If I have operations that are suppressed, it'll give me the list of the tools that are in those operations. Again, going back to my first icon over here will show me all the tools. Our next icon gives us the option to find the tool. By clicking on it, all I have to do is say I want to find tool number 10. I click on tool number and write 10, and it'll take me directly to that tool. Next is how do I want to see this table. First of all, the view itself showing me right now is in the edit mode, where I can actually choose a tool and edit it over here. If I were to unclick that, it acts as a toggle switch, you'll note I'll only see the list of tools. Re-clicking on shows me the editing mode of the tool table. Next, we have the show tool mode. Clicking on it will show me the actual picture, diagram of the tool itself, and I can zoom in, zoom out, turn it, just like using any other mouse operation inside SOLIDWORKS itself. Re-click on it, we'll get rid of it. Next, we have Visual Tool Check. By clicking Visual Tool Check and bringing my mouse now over to the part itself, you can see the actual tool on my screen. As shown over here, turning it around, I can actually see the tool. I can bring it down to compare it to my part. Getting rid of that will make it disappear. Next, as we go further down the table itself, you'll note that there's this little arrow over here. By clicking on this, it'll actually do the same thing as clicking on this icon over here. It'll actually bring it back to the list, or clicking on this again over here, bring it back to Edit Tool. Now, let's go further down. This icon allows us to add a new tool. Clicking on it, it brings us to this option over here of adding a new tool to my table. Re-clicking on this button down here will bring us back to over here. Next, we also have an option to copy a tool. If I want to take a specific tool, make a new tool out of that and copy it, I can just click on copy and we'll have a new tool with the exact same information that we had in that previous tool. Next, of course, we have delete. It allows us to delete a tool. If I try to delete a tool that is being used at this moment, say tool number 9, and click on delete, it will not be deleted. It'll only delete a tool that is not being used. For example, clicking on this tool over here, clicking on delete, it'll ask me if I want to delete it, and I'll just say yes. Next, we have renumbering. This is an option that allows me to renumber all of these tools. By clicking on it, I can renumber it, say start from number 10, according to the operation sequence, and when I click on OK, all the tools will be renumbered. Next to it, I have undo renumbering, bringing it back to its original status. After that, we have importing tools. This allows us to import tools from a different table that was created in a different project, or from one of our general tool tables, which we can create as well. We also have an option to export tools, allowing us to export tools as well. For more videos on SolidCAM Professor, please go to our website, www.solidcam.com, and look for the tab called SolidCAM Professor. Thank you for joining us on SolidCAM Professor. Take care and have a nice day.